DDI Central tech videos. In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to configure PXE templates in ManageEngine DDI Central for easy boot file deployments. Let's get started. First, log in to DDI Central, get into the DHCP module, and select the config menu under the DHCP module. Now navigate to the templates tab at the top. So here, click on the Add Template button in the top right corner. This will take you to the Create Template page with multiple fields. Name your template that you're going to create and select the template type. We just have one type, PXE boot, but we are planning to bring in more template type options for several complex DHCP configurations in the future. After filling in the name and type of the template, let's move down to the Match Substring section. The fields in this section are mandatory as they help you define the way your DHCP server interacts and responds to the PXE clients joining your network. Let's go through each field in this section. To start with, for the match string section, specify the type of the string that you'd like to locate in a client's DHCP packet. The values used in the match string only come from the data or options that are part of the client DHCP packet. Look at the type of the strings available here. You can use any one of the options mentioned here. To identify the vendor class or the vendor of the particular device, you can use one of the four options here. You have several other options as well. You can just select one of them and you can specify the relevant value. For the offset field, specifying an offset value indicates the position within the DHCP request packet where the DHCP server should begin reading or comparing data. Setting the offset value to 1 results in the comparison of the match value provided for the string to the data in the DHCP request starting with the first character. For the length field, the value you provide here determines how many characters you want to match in a DHCP request packet from the client. And finally, for the match value, the value you set here is matched from a specific position after the offset and length. When the DHCP request has the match value in the given position, then the client gets onboarded into the network. So for the next server, when you provide the IP address of the TFTP server, the PXE client is directed to that server and autonomously locates the boot file for the booting process. If you want to distribute different boot files to different vendors or different client types, you can create a conditional structure as shown here. These conditional statements can help you distribute different boot files to different clients based on different match strings from the DHCP packets. You can keep expanding the conditional statements with successive else if or else structures. For the next server, the IP address you provide here is for the TFTP server. The PXE client is directed to the TFTP server you mention here and autonomously locates the boot file for the booting process. If you want to distribute different boot files to different vendors or different client types, you can create a conditional structure as shown here. The conditional statements can help you distribute different boot files to different clients based on different match strings from the DHCP packets. You can keep expanding the conditional statements with successive else if and else structures. All the templates that you successfully create using DDI Central would be listed under the templates tab. So here you have a couple of PXE templates. So you can open them only in the edit mode. So we'll click on the edit button. And now we can see the clone button on the right side of the page. This will help you clone the existing configurations of this PXE template. So when you click on clone, you can customize and expedite the PXE template creation. So all you have to do now is just change the values and save the configurations. So let's rename the template first. So we'll have it as PXE 3.0 and we'll change the values and save the configuration. So as you can see, we've successfully cloned the existing PXE template. This way you can customize the PXE templates for different use cases for your network. To activate the template we just created on the DHCP server, we have to associate it with the relevant client class. For this, we'll have to navigate to the DHCP module and select the network menu. This will take us to the network page where you'll have to navigate to the client class tab and create a new client class. Here you can name the client class as device onboarding. Keep the scope level as global, and we'll have the class type as templates. Only then we can import the templates here. So just enable import values. So you can see that every field is empty over here and all the options and everything is empty. So once you enable this import values option, and select the relevant template, you'll see the relevant values will be auto-filled over here. All you have to do is just click on the save button. This will create the new client class named device onboarding. So whenever a device joins your network matching the criteria defined in the template PXE file, this particular client class named device onboarding will be applied on that particular device. So the DHCP server will be programmed to instruct the device to go to the TFTP server with the IP address 1.1.1.1 as mentioned in the next server DHCP option and fetch the particular file name as mentioned in the DHCP option file name. All these programmed in the template PXE file. With this client class configuration in place, you can automate your DHCP server to serve boot files for hundreds and thousands of devices as soon as they are plugged into your network without any manual intervention. This is a one-time configuration. You don't have to repeat it for every set of new devices joining your network. Just configure it once with these instructions in place. Every time a new device is plugged into your network, the targeted configurations would be applied for that device. See how simple it becomes. In this video, we explored how DDI Central's PXE templates help you streamline boot file deployments to reduce manual work and eliminate the complications from human errors for network administrators. With seamless deployment, you can install boot files across multiple devices simultaneously, resulting in a consistent boot process. As your organization grows, this one-time configuration of PXE templates provide the scalability needed to onboard or manage an increasing fleet of devices in your network while maintaining deployment stability. Enable network administrators to control boot file installations with DDI Central's PXE templates and experience efficient, reliable, and scalable boot file deployments from a single interface. And this marks the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Dive deeper into the world of DNS, DHCP, and IPAM with us and discover how to use DDI technology to streamline your network operations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content from DDI Central.